have you ever somehow seen new showings that you landed on that you wouldn't have found, you found because of the helicopter maybe?
Oh yeah, lots of them.
And where about, in Ontario or other parts of Canada?
Oh no, in the far north.
Yeah. And have you really taken samples and have they proven to be good showings?
Sometimes.
What's one of the better ones that stands out?
Well, we have a monster now up in the Arctic, and
what's it?
it's iron, and it's going to be maybe the biggest iron mine in the world.
Really?
Yes.
Where is this, in Nunavut?
In Baffin Island.
In Baffin Island?
Yeah.
And how did some of your companies with they found that?
Yeah.
And that was found what, by reconnaissance or by optioning?
By airborne magnetics. We do a lot of airborne surveying.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So you do independent surveys?
Yeah.
And this is in Greenland?
In Baffin Island.
On Baffin Island.
Yeah.
And Canada owns Baffin Island?
Does temporarily.
Yeah, temporarily, yeah. Well, you mean the Russians might, or the UN might decide otherwise?
Yeah, or it might just self-destruct.
Really?
Yeah.
In what way? What do you mean by?
Well, you have the Nunavut government up there.
Yes.
The Nunavut government says they're independent.
Okay.
The federal government still keeps their finger in the pie.
Okay.
So they're not really independent.
Yeah.
So if the Nunavut, there's big places up there where nobody lives. So they have a vote. How do you have a vote where nobody lives there?
Wait, yeah. Well, yeah, if they have one person there, they might claim it's part of their territory.
Yeah, it's a lot of bureaucratic nonsense that's holding the country back, and they should straighten it out and get their act in order.
Well, that's probably not bad advice for the current government anyway.
Yeah, and now you're getting a new Quebec government that's going to say they're independent and they run the place. And the feds are going to say they run it, and the natives are going to say they run it. Yeah. And what they don't all recognize is that I run it.
Well, then probably you're probably more inclined to see trends and things happen, either trends in either exploration or trends in government or trends in markets and finances. So you're more in tune with that in terms of what's the trends are, and then what happens in the field, and what happens and gets developed or doesn't get developed.
Yeah.
So the Ontario has lost some of its luster for exploration, but then you think the territories in Quebec might be right behind?
Well, yes, I think they might be.
Yeah.
And in Ontario, it's got disastrous. Like you have a government here that doesn't really know what's going on.
Right.
Doesn't have the confidence of the people.
It's all about confidence, isn't it? That's what I think.
And you have a government that thinks that if they give you a grant and don't pay you, that helps the country somehow. I mean, that's nonsense. And they keep doing it over and over again.
With me with the grants?
Well, they had a special deal where they gave you a special flow-through share, or gave you an extra 30% back.
Right.
Only they never gave anything back.
Well, even though they said they did.
Even though they said they would.
They didn't.
And then they bring in a tax there, this HST, GST.
Right.
They said it didn't apply to exploration or research. Then they collect the tax and say it does apply, you have to pay us, and then we're going to give it back to you. And then they don't give it back.
Well, you have to, if you apply for it, don't you get it back if you apply for it?
I don't know anybody that's ever got it back.
Well, as an independent, if I submit all my HST receipts, I get that money back.
Well,
as an independent,
I don't know any mining company that ever got it back.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. It's kind of a hidden tax grab.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it's nonsense, and they're doing it all the time and think that's progress.
Yeah.
And we need to get a mining department that is responsive to the requirements, and we don't have that.
Well, I think what the government forgets to realize is that companies are taking a chance that they could lose all their money, that they get no return on their investment, and they're taking a chance, and oftentimes they're spending money with no return, and they somehow, when they don't, when something's found, then the people, either different interest groups or the government, wants to, without having taken any of the risks, wants to have lots of the benefits. So that's kind of an awkward.
And look at what they're doing to the old prospectors. They're taking an 80-year-old prospector and saying, you have to do 19 days work on each claim to keep it in good standing.
Right.
What kind of nonsense is that?
Okay, thanks, Pat.
Okay,
I was going to ask you about your pipe one more time. Do you always buy that same type of pipe?
yeah.
And where do you get those, or where are they made, or where do you buy them?
They come from China now.
Really?
Yeah.
And are they different from before? Can I see your pipe? And are they any different than the ones you had before?
No, they're pretty close. What we used to call a Chinese copy of a Kentucky pipe.
Okay. The old Kentucky corn pipes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you prefer a certain type of tobacco you prefer to use?
Yes, I use this M4 and I've used it for 50 years and
Is it just a mild? Is it a mild blend?
it's very mild.
Very mild, eh?
Yeah.
Is it aromatic?
No, it's not aromatic.
Okay, you don't like the aromatic one?
No. And they say if you smoke a pipe, you'll live forever.
Well, so far you're so good.
Yeah, so far it works.